Hello guys, in this video I'm gonna share a simple 4-hour trading strategy that you can start using today and see good results. So first of all, we're going to look at this structure here. This structure is for the 4-hour market structure, as you can see from this checklist here. First off, you have the H4 trend identification, or you have to identify the 4-hour structure, of which around here we have an uptrend, and you have your H4 supply and demand marked. So you have to mark your H4 supply and on demand. Then you have your liquidity sweep or CAD. That is if you have a liquidity sweep on your market structure. And then you have your M15 CHOCH, of which it's your confirmation. That is where we get 2 entries, and the 15-minute order block of a value gap for entry, and minimum 1 is to 3 RR. So now we're going to look at market structure, and do not forget this is the 4 hours. So as you can see here, we have our low, then we had our high, then we had our lower high, then we had our higher high, of which this gives us a break of structure. We have already identified the structure. We know that we're in a bullish trend. So now we have to identify what our supply zone or demand zone in this case. So we tapped into what? Into this area here. And then what happens is that what you do is you just move over to the 15-minute time frame. Then you can wait for your change of character just around here. Then after getting your change of character here, that's when you can take your buying opportunities. So this is your change of character right here, and then your fair value gap just below here, or your demand zone again. And then if you are at the extreme zone, let's say maybe the market decided to not give you a confirmation here, or gave you a confirmation and then you got taken out, then it means that you're going to take a risk entry around here, and that risk entry would be you setting your buy limit just around this point here to target the highs. And then I'm going to show you like on the live chat so that you can see what I'm talking about. So around here, this is your stop loss just below here, and then you're targeting what? The previous high, of which it got taken out around here. So after this high here got taken out, as you can see, this was our high, then this is our higher low around here, then we had a higher high, higher low. So you do the same thing again. You wait for the market to tap into our area of interest just like that. You wait for a confirmation, but like in this case, we were at the extreme zone, which means that you can take your risk entry. But like if you're not interested in taking risk entries and then you like to wait for confirmations, just do that. But like just know that you're going to miss out like on a lot of opportunities if you opt in to taking confirmation entries at like the extreme zones. But like rather do that, or just enter confirmations like at the zones that are in the middle of this overall structure here, no? And that is when you're going to see like good results. So let's say from this market structure here, we are in a downtrend. So you still do the same thing. You just wait for a push down, correction, push down, correction, tap into an area of interest. It depends where your supply or demand is at. If it's in the middle, just like this, you have to wait for a confirmation. And sometimes it won't give you a confirmation. It will just push to the downside. And sometimes it will give you a confirmation. You get stopped out, then it means that you're going to wait for what? For the risk entry at the top, just like that. Then you enter your good setup right there. So now we're going to get to the 15-minute time frame so that you can see how the structure looks on the 15-minute, and we have to do that on live charts, guys. So let's get into the live chart. So we're going to use this piece of price action right here. This is the 4-hour time frame on Euro NZD. As you can see right here, we had our overall break of structure, which is this one to the downside. Then after having the break of structure, we need to identify our areas of interest or our supply or demand areas. So this is the area where we got the supply zone, of which it got tapped into, but like I'm just making examples on how you have to approach entries. And this is the first supply zone, of which this is where you wait for confirmations on the 15-minute time frame, of which that is what I want to show you. And then this is the extreme zone, of which it's around here. And remember, we're looking at structure. This is our high, this is our lowest point. So now we are in the middle of the structure point here. We are anticipating sells to the downside to take out this low point right here. And guys, do not get me wrong, I'm gonna share ideas or setups when it comes to using this type of concept, and already I'm sharing them on Telegram channel. You can just check it out like in the description. So as you can see here, this is the structure that we have on the 15-minute time frame. The first tap of this area, and then after we did tap into this area, we had the change of character around here. This change of character here, then the market did what? It gave us a lower low, which it's this one here. And then you can obviously see we were creating those high highs and higher lows. So high, your low here, your high right here, your low, your high, and this is your low, then this is your high, then this is your lower low. And obviously you can see that after we tapped into this supply zone, that is when we got the lower low. The market pushed to the downside, then came back up to tap into what the extreme zone of this area here, which this is your confirmation entry. Then you enter where you enter around here in the middle of this box here. I like using the middle of the box. Let me just remove the first one. So I like using the middle of the box, and then the stop loss should be just above, like this area. You can just put it above the box, but like if you put it above, you see that this one would have been a loss. A 8.6 pips would have been a loss. So rather keep it like at maybe 1.5. You can just do the back testing and see which risk to reward you would like, or which one works, just because you can just cap your stop loss to maybe 15 pips, and then you get tagged out a lot of times before the market pushes to the downside. Then maybe you can push it up to 30 pips per trade or 20 pips per trade. Let's say maybe 20 pips on this one. You would have been like in the trade, and then you would have caught around, let's see, around 12%. If you miss the confirmation entry, obviously there is like another opportunity coming. There is a lot of opportunities in the market. You just have to wait. This one is a bit advanced, but like I'm gonna show you like what's happening. So we had the lower low, and we're anticipating maybe sells around here. Let's just see. I like using the fib tool to see where the market was at. So around here, so yeah, this would have been like a valid area to sell from, and the market sold off, which means that this is your lower high, this is your lower low here. So we had another break of structure, but like after having this break of structure, you would not see that we created liquidity. The market has to move first before you can spot liquidity areas. So we had this equal highs around here. Then after having those equal highs, the market went back into what? Into this previous structure. We also had a fair value gap here, and this gap obviously had to be filled. So it got filled, and the market did what? Tapped into the extreme area here, of which it's your extreme supply zone around there. Then we sold off, as you can see. Then this is your selling point around here, your stop loss just above this area here. So there was a lot going on this supply zone around here, just because it was in the middle. So this was a 9% trade. So moving back to the 4-hour time frame, you can obviously see the analysis. You can obviously see the idea behind taking sales around here. Even if you take your fib tool from the high to the low, you'll clearly notice that we were above the 0.5 level. That's where we wanted to sell. So around here, this is an area of interest that we use to get these two opportunities to get the market to the downside. The setup that I shared a trade idea on BTC USD. I shared it in the free Telegram. You can just check it out. That's if you're not in the free Telegram. So we had a break of structure here, and I was looking at this area of interest right here, and the anticipation was for us to sell back to the 15-minute time frame. Then you can clearly see that we tapped into that 15-minute area. Confirmations are always there. Sometimes you will not get any confirmation. The market will just push to the upside or downside depending on the trend that you're looking at. So as you can see here, we had a high, low, high, low, high, lower, low right there, of which this is a change of character. And after even the change of character, you can obviously see that we had this buy to sell, which is your order block. This is your order block area. You take your sales, your stop loss just above. I don't know where we took this trade idea, but like you can just check it out, just because I don't remember. So we had the change of character, pull down, push back, and we had the pull down, of which this was our area of supply again. The market sold off, as you can see right there. And I used the 3 candle pullback. If you don't know what it is, maybe I'll just catch it on, you'll just catch it like on the other videos that I'll be dropping. So we had a lower low, lower high, and this is your break of structure. So after even this break of structure, obviously we need to see that 3 candle pullback. This is that 3 candle pullback that we're looking for. This is the pullback right here, which means that this is a valid low, this is a valid high, and then we had a lower low right there. And this market here tapped into this area of supply. It's a bit small, but like it worked out. And what I have to do is just check if it was in the right area for us to sell. So it wasn't in the right area, even though we had a confirmed low. So that is what you need to check out also when you're doing your back testing. So we had a break of structure around here. After having that break of structure, we had the extreme supply zone, which is a bit small also. A bit small. I don't know why BTC likes to create like small candles when the market is going in the opposing direction. Just because sellers were very strong in this market, and we sold off around this point here. Tops would have been just above, and you're targeting the lows on a beautiful trade. So just like that, guys, this is how you just do your analysis. You can obviously see that there were breaks of structures, there were entries, all in all. So break of structure here, the market tapped into some type of an area here, sold off, and then another break of structure happened around here. here. We tapped into an area of interest again, then we sold off, and around here we had another break of structure. And this is the internal structure going on here, of which it's not that nice, but like this is internal. So what I'll be doing on this one, that's if you want to take like maybe a selling opportunity here, you can just look for it, just because there's still a lot of room for BTC USD to push to the downside. Obviously there's still a lot of room, as you can see on the lows are around here, and we are still moving down very nicely, very nicely. So there is an opportunity for you to take, let's say maybe around here, you can get a nice selling opportunity around here. And I'll show you like the setup that I shared on the free Telegram. And yeah, I'll see you on another video, guys. If you have like any questions, just drop them in the comment section.